So we search the heart and test the mind, right? So today, I'm gonna talk about taking an L. How many of y'all taken an L before? B-A, right? Everybody's taking an L. So looks like the fact that everybody raised their hand that taking an L, there's no way around it, right? The only way you have any control of taking an L is controlling how you look at it, okay? So I've taken a lot of L's in my life, and this scripture speaks to me because it says that he searches the heart and tests the mind. And I realized that every test that I went through in my life was, again, I don't know yet, so somebody or the universe or something was searching my heart and then testing my mind. So everything I went through was really what was trying to bring good out of me in my heart, and then it was going through those times where it was testing my mind. What was I gonna do with that situation? And then I realized that my whole life I had this perspective that life was always happening to me instead of for me. So every time I would take an L, I would be like, why me, why me, why me? You know, nothing's fair. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares what I'm going through. Nobody else is like, everybody just raised their hand. There's somebody in here that might have already been or going through the same situation that you're going through, and we all think that we're special. Like our pain is worse than somebody else's. And I feel like that's where we lack a lot of empathy and a lot of sympathy for people. So somebody right now could be feeling exactly the way that you feel. So really, I mean, it comes down to character, like we talked about last time. I realized a couple years ago, I felt like I was really on top, bro. I had a great job. I was making a lot of cash. I had a lot of women, and I was doing my thing. And then I ride motorcycles. Everybody knows that. And in 2 weeks, I'm not playing. In 2 weeks, in 14 days, I broke my arm, lost my job, and my car blew up. In 2 weeks, all in 2 weeks. That's an L. That is an L, bro. No source of income, no savings, broken arm. I mean, I'm a bartender, so I work with both arms. Nobody's gonna hire me with a broken arm, and no car. That's an L. I took that one off the chin. And I realized that, when I was talking to y'all last time about character and how we judge a man, how do we judge him? In times when he has nothing, when no one's around, and when he gets nothing in return. So I realized that when I looked myself in the mirror, I was like, all right, who am I? Without what I have, who am I? Again, nothing, nobody. I was like, I wasn't treating people right. I wasn't treating my family right. I wasn't treating my friends right. I wasn't treating my money right. I was treating nothing right. Like I appreciated it. And I wasn't appreciating life. So when I read this and it says that he searches the heart and tests the mind, I looked in the mirror and I realized I was taking and learning the same lesson over and over and over again, right? So my whole life I was like, all right, in a relationship aspect, I'm not going to be like my dad. I can't be. My dad mentally abused my mom and neglected her emotionally, and I was like, I won't do that. I woke up every day and I was like, I will not do that. I will not do that. I will not be like my dad. I will not be like my dad. And I realized I'm just like my dad. So the only thing you can do in taking an L is take responsibility that no matter whose fault it was, no matter what outside source, no matter that your boss fired you or nothing even out of your control, you have to take responsibility for it. 100%, because it's your life. You have to take responsibility for your life. And the way that your life is right now is based on what you do, what your habits are, how you think, and how you carry yourself, and who you are when you have nothing. Exactly as you sit right now, those are all your factors. So no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're gonna go through, you have to realize that life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Something's shaping you and molding you into something. Or you keep taking it off the chin every single time and it's the same lesson over and over and over. That's what's always happened to me. Every time I take it off the chin, I emotionally check out. I'm like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I give up. And I still battle that to this day. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Every time I come in here, I'm usually dressed. It's because I just got out of bed. And I didn't know if I wanted to come in here today. But those are the best times. Because I always prepare for these speeches, and I didn't prepare nothing today. I'm just speaking off the top from the heart. Because I'm taking an L right now. So I figured this is a perfect time to talk to you guys about it. So what I want you to take out of this today is that no matter what happens to you, no matter what you go through, comes down to your character. Like, who are you as a person? You know what I mean? Because if you know these things that you've built, you always have something to fall back on. If you're only building on materials, if you're only building on money, if you're only building on outside sources, if you're putting all your happiness and all your goods and everything that you're worth in something else, in a job, in a relationship, everything else, when that goes away, you have nothing to fall back on. Then what? Then you alone. Then you have nothing. Well, I can't do anything without that job. I can't do anything without this person. I can't do anything without that. So just change your perspective. That's all it is. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you think about it and how you react. That's it. Because a lot of you are going to go through stuff in your life that I guarantee you're not ready for. But you ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. You know what I mean? So something to fall back on. I have a belief system to fall back on. I know that when I hit adversity, this is how I'm going to react every single time. I never built that, and still to this day, I still struggle with that. Like, who wants to prepare for a rainy day, right? Everyone always says, let's be positive, but what happens when a rainy day comes? Can you stand the rain? Y'all listen to Boys to Men. What happens when a rainy day comes? Are you prepared for it? I never was. I always thought that everything was going to just go kosher and going to go my way. And I got punched in the mouth, and I didn't get back up. I laid down. All you got to do is get back up. So have that belief system and build something up that when something does come, this is how I'm going to react. If I get fired from my job, this is how I'm going to react. If something happens in my car, this is how I'm going to react. I got money saved. I got money stashed. If something happens to my parents, this is how I'm going to react. If I get in an argument, this is how I'm going to react. If I get angry, this is how I'm going to react. All those are taking an L. Anytime you lose control, that's taking an L. What's going to happen in my relationship? If my girl leaves me, how am I going to react? Right? Just remember, have something to fall back on. Build who you are inside, build that. And no matter what happens to you, you got to stay true to that. Like I told y'all last time, what can you go through in your life without it changing you at your core? You got to have that core first. Because if you don't have that core, what happens? You fall apart and you crumble because it's not built. If you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. All right? Thank you, guys.